Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis 19. The two angels arrived in Sodom at dusk, and Lot was sitting at the gate of the city. When he saw them, he got up and went to meet them. He prostrated himself, face to the ground, and said, "My lords, please accompany me to your servant's house. There you can wash your feet, spend the night, and in the morning go on your way." "No, we will spend the night in the square," they replied. But he insisted so much with them that, finally, they followed him and entered his house. Lot had a meal prepared for them and unleavened bread baked, and they ate. They had not yet gone to bed when all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, from the youngest to the oldest, surrounded the house. So they called Lot and said to him, "Where are the men who came to your house tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have intercourse with them." Lot left the house, closed the door behind him. And he said to them, "No, my friends. Don't do this wickedness. Look, I have 2 daughters who are still virgins. I will bring them to you so that you can do with them as you wish. But do nothing to these men, because they are under the protection of my roof." "Get out of the way," they shouted. And they said, "This man came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to be the judge. We will do you worse than them." So they pushed Lot violently and advanced to break down the door. At that, the 2 visitors grabbed Lot, pulled him in, and closed the door. Then they smote the men who were at the door of the house, from the youngest to the oldest, with blindness, so that they could not find the door. The 2 men asked Lot, "Do you have anyone else in the city, sons-in-law, sons, or daughters, or any other relatives? Get them out of here, because we are about to destroy this place. The accusations leveled at the Lord against these people are so great that he has sent us to destroy the city." So Lot went to his sons-in-law, who were going to marry his daughters, and he said to them, "Get out of this place at once, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But they thought he was joking. At daybreak, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Hurry up. Get your wife and your 2 daughters out of here, or you too will be killed when the city is punished." As he hesitated, the men grabbed him by the hand, as well as the woman and the 2 daughters, and dragged them out of there by force and left them outside the city, because the Lord had mercy on them. As soon as they got them out of the city, one of them said to Lot, "Flee for the love of life. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere on the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be killed." But Lot said to them, "No, my lord. His servant was favored by his benevolence, for the Lord was kind to me, sparing my life. I cannot flee to the mountains, otherwise this calamity will befall me, and I will die. Nearby there is a small town. It's so close you can run there. Let me go there. Even though I'm so small, I'll be safe there." "Okay," he replied. "I will also grant your request. I will not destroy the city you speak of. Run away quickly, because I can't do anything until you get there." That's why the city was called Zor. When Lot arrived in Zor, the sun had already risen over the earth. Then the Lord himself, rained fire and brimstone from heaven on Sodom and Gomorrah. So he destroyed those cities and the whole plain, with all the inhabitants of the cities and the vegetation. But Lot's wife looked back and was turned into a pillar of salt. The next morning Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had been before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, towards all the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the earth, like smoke from a furnace. When God razed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham and took Lot out of the midst of the catastrophe that destroyed the cities where Lot lived. Lot left Zor with his 2 daughters and lived in the mountains, because he was afraid to stay in Zor. He and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. One day the eldest daughter said to the youngest, "Our father is now old, and there are no men around to possess us, as is the custom throughout the land. We will give our father wine, and then we will lie with him to preserve our father's lineage." That night they gave the father wine, and the eldest daughter went in and lay down with him. And he didn't notice when she lay down or when she got up. The next day the eldest daughter said to the youngest, "Last night I slept with my father. Let us give him wine tonight too, and you will lie with him, so that we may preserve our father's lineage." So they gave their father wine again that night, and the younger went and lay with him. And he didn't notice when she lay down or when she got up. Thus, Lot's 2 daughters became pregnant by their own father. The eldest had a son, and named him Moab. This is the father of the Moabites of today. The youngest also had a son, and she named him Ben-Ammi. This is the father of the Ammonites of today.